Right now it's 6, no injuries reported after Vernon County law enforcement responded to a shots fired call earlier today.
And a bridge connecting Wisconsin and Iowa is closed for the foreseeable future. Area shop owners are worried it could hurt their business.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown. 2 people are in custody following a shots fired call at an Ontario home this morning. Vernon County Sheriff Roy Torgerson says the call came in around 8 o'clock this morning for shots fired in the 300 block of Huff Valley Road. The responding officers quickly set up a perimeter to contain the incident to a small area. A couple of hours later, a 42-year-old male and 40-year-old female were placed in custody. Sheriff Torgerson says no one was injured, and officers are executing a search warrant as part of the investigation.
A second man is in custody following a UTV hit and run in Westby earlier this month. Westby police have announced that 21-year-old Robert Purvis is in custody for a police charge of first-degree reckless endangerment as a party to a crime. The alleged driver, Mitchell McKittrick, was arrested after an off-duty police officer got an anonymous tip that he was the driver, and he's due to appear back in Vernon County Court tomorrow.
Travel between Wisconsin and Iowa just got a bit trickier for folks in the DeSoto and Ferryville area.
Yesterday, the Iowa Department of Transportation closed the Black Hawk Bridge connecting DeSoto and Ferryville to Lansing, Iowa, because of concerns about its structural integrity.
News 8 Now's Jeremy Wall has reaction from both sides of the river. Jeremy.
Emily, the Highway 82 bridge is the primary route for folks traveling the small towns between northeast Iowa and southwest Wisconsin. But for now, the route is out of service and there are no shortcuts to get from one side of the river to the other. Allamakee County Sheriff Clark Mellick announced Sunday the Iowa Department of Transportation was closing the bridge because of concerns about its structural integrity. DOT inspectors began testing the bridge today, and right now, there's no word how long it might take before they reopen it. Lori Jansing owns Lansing Hardware. She's worried she'll lose customers because of the closure.
If they have to come here, they aren't going to come here through La Prairie or La Crosse. They're going to stop there and do their shopping.
For Austin Flugum's girlfriend, getting to and from work will be more of a hassle.
My girlfriend, she works at the Roadhouse just across the bridge, and so with the bridge closed, she's going to have to drive all the way up to La Crosse, come back down just to be able to get, a 10-minute drive regularly if the bridge was open.
Despite the inconvenience, folks want to be sure the bridge they drive on every day is safe.
But the bridge is bowed out a little bit, so you can see where the kind of structure, because the pilings are only like 80 feet deep on that, where the new one's 150 feet deep in the bedrock. So with all the pounding, shaking, it's built on sand and dirt, the old bridge.
Allamakee Sheriff's Office is encouraging drivers to use Prairie du Chien or La Crosse as alternate routes. No word yet, guys, as to how long the closure will last.
All right, Jeremy, live in studio. Thank you for that report.
All right, thank you. Well, it was high 60s today. It got that high. It was beautiful outside, but it looks like we do have a cold front headed our way.
We sure do.
Yeah, it's typical March, but late February weather we're going to see. So yeah, we hit 67 at La Crosse. That's the all-time record for February, not just the record for today. In fact, also Eau Claire hit 61 too. But we do have some changes coming on the way, and that's going to be a cold front. That's why we get the alert day just for early Tuesday night. It's potential for flash freeze as that temperature drops pretty quickly during the evening commute, along with some rain turning to snow and the wind to accompany the front. But highs today, we had 70s, actually mid-70s as you go further south, so well above average as you'd expect to. Some of the areas, the first time 70s they've seen. And so far this evening, still around 70 to Boscobel and still 55 in Eau Claire. So once again, very mild conditions, but that will be quite different. Winds have dropped off today. We did have some red flag issues going on for fire. There's your relative humidity. Still very dry out this evening. Although the winds aren't strong, the relative humidity is still very dry with some teens, even 20s. That will come up a little bit. Big picture shows right now it's fairly clear out there. The front is well to the west, but it will be approaching. But no issues this evening. Otherwise, we get down to the mid-40s by 11 p.m. Very mild conditions. That's about 15 degrees above our high for this time of year. And for Eau Claire, too, getting down to 40 with light winds. Very mild conditions. There's no issues going on for tomorrow's morning commute. But as you see, we're going to be dropping from the 60s to the 20s come Wednesday, and it could be wind chills even coming Wednesday night. So I'll time all that out a bit later in the broadcast.
All
severe
right.
drop indeed. Thank you, Greg.
Thank you. Today kicked off the annual Wisconsin Association of Women Police Training Conference, and this year's conference is hosted in La Crosse. Founded in 1983, WAWP supports women working in law enforcement by providing networking and training opportunities. The conference also includes speakers who share their experiences in law enforcement and provide advice. One of the group's founding members is thrilled to see the group's growth.
I am so proud of this organization. We came from meeting in a little room where the women there spent all of our own monies to get to conferences, make things happen, get to the meetings, etc. I'm very proud of this organization. We've really grown.
The group now provides scholarships to help some women attend the conference. Kenny James says usually 70 to 90 people attend, but there's over 100 attending this year. Although the conference focuses on women's experiences in law enforcement, men are also welcome to attend.
Fresh, fast, and healthy is the new motto for a new pasta restaurant near the UWL campus. Pastissimo is now open at the corner of West Ave and La Crosse Street. The owner's son first got the idea, seeing similar restaurant setups while studying abroad in Europe. The goal is to get customers fresh pasta and sauces all made from scratch with a minimal wait. Staff hope the proximity to the university will draw customers who are looking for something wholesome and on the go.
We did a little bit of research, and there were not a lot of pasta places with this concept. And we just love pasta, and we wanted to have a healthy option around here.
Saldana says customers choose among 6 pastas, 6 sauces, 4 protein options, and several toppings. We'll have more info on our digital platforms.
Can't wait to try that out. It's good. Republican candidate Nikki Haley is staying in the race for the presidential nomination.
Her announcement comes as experts say there's no clear path forward for her to beat former President Trump to the nomination.
It's the last week for voting for Best of La Crosse County, and the votes are very close. Log on to bestoflacrossecounty.com and vote for your favorites. Voting ends on February 29th, and winners will be announced on April 1st.
As winter's chill settles in, don't let the cold inside your home. Upgrade your home with energy-efficient windows, designed not just for style, but to keep your warmth in and the winter out. Call today to get buy 2, get 2 windows free and 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments until 2025. With a variety of styles and colors, our windows are more than an upgrade, they're a statement. So call now for your free in-home estimate. Transform your space this winter with your home improvement company, where it's your home made better.
To everyone who believes in tradition, come enjoy a few of ours from Wisconsin.
People in Wisconsin love a good fish fry.
Really love. And we love sharing it with guests everywhere.
At Culver's, we still batter our North Atlantic cod by hand to order.
And we cook it to a crispy, golden perfection just for you.
For you.
For you. So it's crispy outside, flaky inside.
Let us take care of you.
With some homegrown traditions we were raised on.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
We have payments for every budget here at Chrysler Winona. 21 Chrysler Pacifica Touring L starts at $22,995 or $368 per month with seating for 7. A 2020 Jeep Renegade Limited 4x4 with leather, $20,850 or $329 per month. Or a 21 Nissan Rogue Sport all-wheel drive, just $17,950 or $283 per month. So stop by today to Southeast Minnesota's only locally owned Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram dealer here at Chrysler Winona, downtown Winona.
It's the last week for voting for Best of La Crosse County, and the votes are very close. Log on to bestoflacrossecounty.com and vote for your favorites. Voting ends on February 29th, and winners will be announced on April 1st. A temporary ceasefire deal for Gaza could come soon, but Israel's prime minister is vowing to complete his mission to defeat Hamas.
Now, this comes as Palestinians in the southern Gaza city of Rafah brace for a possible ground assault by the Israeli army.
Many Palestinians have fled Gaza City, struggling to find food. One child told reporters his family would eat bird and donkey food to survive. Those left behind in Gaza City wait for UN food aid, not knowing if it will arrive. As Israel prepares for an assault on Rafah, the UN is warning of dire consequences for Gazans.
Would not only be terrifying for more than 1 million Palestinian civilians sheltering there, it would put the final nail in the coffin of our aid programs.
But Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu vowed to take the fight to Hamas in Rafah, saying, quote, "Unless we have total victory, we can't have peace. We can't leave Hamas in place." The ceasefire deal being negotiated could reportedly see a 6-week pause in fighting and the release of dozens of hostages in return for hundreds of Palestinian prisoners.
Nikki Haley says it's too soon to call the race for the Republican presidential nomination over, but time may be running out for her to make it a competitive race.
Meanwhile, Presidents Biden and Trump are looking ahead to a rematch in November's election. Nicole Skanga has more details from our nation's capital.
Former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley says she's not giving up on her pursuit of the Republican presidential nomination.
You look at all the early states, and Donald Trump, as technically the Republican incumbent, did not win 40% of the vote.
Haley is campaigning in Michigan Monday ahead of Tuesday's primary. She's also scheduled a 10-day nationwide tour holding more than 20 campaign rallies and fundraisers.
If Donald Trump is the candidate, Republicans will once again lose the election. We'll lose the swing states, we'll lose the House, we'll lose the Senate, and we won't take anything with us.
Political experts say it's hard to envision a path forward for Haley to win the GOP nomination. Former President Donald Trump has already won a majority of the delegates up for grabs so far, and he's leading in states that will soon be voting. He says he's already looking toward November for a rematch with President Biden.
I just wish we could do it quicker. 9 months is a long time.
Both Biden and Trump are looking to tackle one of the campaign's most pressing issues this week. President Biden is heading to the southern border town of Brownsville, Texas on Thursday, the same day Trump will be in Eagle Pass, Texas.
You see millions and millions of people coming across the border illegally. We don't know where they come from.
A Monmouth University poll out Monday shows a majority of Americans surveyed say illegal immigration is a very serious problem. Nicole Skanga, CBS News, Washington, D.C.
41% of Democrats surveyed by Monmouth agree that illegal immigration is a very serious problem.
That's up from 26% back in 2019.
What started as a disaster has ended sweetly for a pie shop.
After news hit that Tesla canceled its order with the bakery, the shop is now rolling in the dough.
And we have an alert day in the forecast for a big temperature swing, potential flash freeze for tomorrow evening. I'll time that all out and tell you how long this winter will last. In fact, we'll see 70s potentially by next weekend. I'll time all that out coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
We've done many renovations. We bought an old house and have made it into an up-to-date house. Whenever anything involves plumbing, the first call I make is to Maxwell White. Their technicians put together a great final product.
This is Ford Truck Month with amazing offers across an amazing lineup of Ford trucks. Make way for the event that only comes around once a year, featuring the new 2024 Ford F-150 and Super Duty, the North American Truck of the Year. Get ready and get to Ford Truck Month. Now get 1.9% financing for 72 months, plus up to $2,000 in total savings on a 2023 Ford F-150 XLT, only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
The most important value of our law firm is our commitment to our clients.
Schwebel, Getz, and Sieben had a game plan from the start.
They answered all my questions in plain English. They made complicated law very easy to understand.
They were responsive. They called me back right away.
I would highly recommend Schwebel, Getz, and Sieben.
I would recommend Schwebel, Getz, and Sieben to anybody. Absolutely recommend them.
Call Schwebel, Getz, and Sieben or go to schwebel.com for a free consultation.
February is Career and Technical Education Awareness Month.
In the next 10 years, our area will need to fill over 15,000 jobs requiring a technical education. From healthcare to carpentry, these careers are in high demand.
Minnesota State College Southeast and News 8 want to encourage awareness of career and technical education programs and their many benefits.
Go to southeastmn.edu to learn more. Minnesota State College Southeast and News 8. keeping our community educated.
There's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum. Spectrum Internet offers speed and reliability, while advanced Wi-Fi gives you best-in-class security for all your connected devices. And Spectrum Mobile delivers unlimited talk, text, and data with nationwide 5G included. Switch now and get Spectrum Internet for $49.99, plus advanced Wi-Fi and one Spectrum Mobile Unlimited line free for 12 months. Start saving today. Visit Spectrum.com, a Spectrum store, or scan to call now.
Whether it's a bathroom remodel or comprehensive plumbing services, we at Maxwell White strive to keep our neighbors safe and comfortable in their homes, offering honest, upfront pricing on every service, all backed by a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Call Maxwell White today.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Well, what started out as a negative turned into a big positive for a California pie shop after Tesla canceled an order worth thousands of dollars.
The owner of the Giving Pies in San Jose says it all started when Tesla placed a $16,000 order for the bakery's mini pies, only to cancel a few days later. By that point, though, the pie shop had already bought the ingredients and turned down other catering requests.
When word spread about what happened, people started showing up to support the business, creating lines out the door. Tesla CEO Elon Musk weighed in. He had his company refund the owner $2,000 for supplies and asked the shop to cater 2 Tesla events in March.
I will gladly bring them pies for them to forget all about this event.
Now, because of the increased demand, the pie shop is too busy to meet Tesla's catering request. Go figure.
Well, that was really nice of him to reimburse him for the
For sure, yeah, on
into
his
it.
part and the community support as well when they heard about it. So.
I love stories like that. Such a sweet story.
Way to go, San
And I
Jose.
love pie, yeah.
All right, it has looked like summer today, but man, are we going to drop tomorrow? Let's get the latest from Greg.
Yeah, it's going to be quite a shock to the system waking up Wednesday morning. We're going to be back in the 20s, but we have a window of potential flash freeze issues, especially for the Tuesday evening commute. Could go into Wednesday morning, but it's winds. It's a cold front coming through. It's not so much how much snow we're going to get with this. It's just the amount and the timing and the temperatures during that thing. So that's why we got the alert day going on. But we got a big temperature thing going on this whole week. It's going to be quite wild. We're going to have 50s to 60s tomorrow, Tuesday tomorrow, but it's just going to be about the early afternoon, and then we'll quickly start dropping. So yeah, 20s Wednesday, wind chills below 0 Wednesday night, definitely feeling back to winter, but then we're going to flip right around. So 50s, 60s Friday, 60s, even 70s come Sunday. So we're going to go right back up. Precipitation, we do have that rain or snow tomorrow. So winds are going to be a story too throughout this 8-day forecast. And then Wednesday, a few flurries, but windy, at least in the morning. And then the wind will continue Thursday, Friday, not quite strong. It'll turn around from the southwest and increase Sunday because we have a potential another front coming Sunday night into Monday. Could be some thunderstorms with that one too. But for tomorrow morning, you should wake up with no issues going on. Still quite mild, mid to upper 30s for most of the area. Light winds. The winds will start picking up by about noon. We'll start seeing an increase in clouds afternoon, but still by noon, mid 50s, upper 50s. I think the high temperature will be just after noon, and then the front will start coming through. The winds will turn around, so by 3, you'll start feeling that northwest wind and clouds increasing. Maybe a shower or two ahead of this front. Better shot to go for southern Wisconsin. And then towards 3 to 4 and 5, you'll start seeing that rain, the wind picking up. That rain will quickly turn to snow probably by 6 up at Eau Claire. Probably 7 to 8 by La Crosse time, a little bit earlier, but notice by 8 p.m. we're in the 20s in Eau Claire. We're in the upper low 30s for La Crosse. There's that snow that'll come through, just a quick burst of snow. It potentially could linger through about midnight, but notice by 10 p.m. these temperatures now are in the low 20s, even teens. As you go further south towards Bosqueville, they're up in the low 30s. Once again, everyone's starting to see that snow. It'll begin to wrap up overnight, so by the time you wake up Wednesday morning, snow won't be really the issue. The winds will be continuing. The temperatures, as you see, single digits up to the north to teens. So once again, a big temperature swing, and that doesn't factor in the wind chill that'll be going on at that time too, with the winds continuing throughout the day. Winds overall 10 to 15 in the morning, 15 to 20 as you go towards tomorrow evening, and then really the peak winds look to be about 6 to about 10 p.m. where we could see 20 to 25 with higher gusts, especially in the higher terrain open areas. These gusts could get up to 40, so once again that's going to be something to deal with. They'll continue overnight, and when you wake up Wednesday morning, we'll still have fairly windy conditions, breezy conditions at least, with 15 to 20 miles continuing. They'll start to decrease as we go in the afternoon hour. Snow amounts, we're not expecting a lot with this. It's pretty fast moving, so we could pick up 1, maybe isolated 2, but that's not the main story. It's the timing and how quickly it could accumulate maybe on road surfaces with that flash freezing potential. If you don't like the winter, it's spring's coming right back for Thursday, Friday. Look at these temperatures climbing 20 to 25, even more than 30 degrees above average as we get towards Saturday and Sunday. Looks to be the warmest. I think a lot of areas will definitely see their first 70s along with stronger winds going on too before that front does come through. But for tonight, no issues to speak of. We're going to be mid to upper 30s, light winds. Tomorrow, most of the morning should be fine into early afternoon. Temperatures getting up to about 60 about noon to 1. And then the temperature begins to quickly fall in the evening. And that's when the alert day conditions come in with the snow potentially there and the wind. And then the temperatures on Wednesday back to the 20s with wind chill. And then we flip the switch back to the 60s and even 70 by Sunday. So it's going to be a roller coaster. It's a lot, pretty much typical winter, excuse me, I want to say March type weather.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Greg, thanks very much. Hey, coming up next in sports, the Twins adding some depth before the season begins. Plus, the Onalaska girls basketball team held on this past Saturday in the regional final, and they're now preparing for a familiar foe in sectionals. Rob is next.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
Bygoff and Rohde had your back then, and we have your back now. We've been Wisconsin's personal injury powerhouse for over 50 years. Bygoff and Rohde, serious injuries need serious lawyers.
Are you looking for a high-paying career without any experience? Chart Industries has the opportunity you've been waiting for. Starting wage $30 per hour, highest pay in the area, guaranteed 40 hours, and so much more. If you are making less than $60,000 and want a healthy work-life balance, apply at jobs.chartindustries.com today. That's jobs.chartindustries.com.
Ruggability. We straight made that word up. How else to describe the otherwise indescribable, rugged, capable, incredible versatility and affordability of a Honda SUV? Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com calls Honda the best value brand. Car and Driver calls Honda the winningest brand in 10 best history. But we like ruggability, and you'll like the incredifantabulous deals, so see your Wisconsin Heartland Honda dealer today. Honda gets Wisconsin.
Bygoff and Rohde. We've been Wisconsin's personal injury powerhouse for over 50 years, and we have the #1 personal injury attorney in Eau Claire. Bygoff and Rohde. Serious injuries need serious lawyers.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports.
The West Salem and Onalaska girls basketball teams got one step closer to their ultimate goal over the weekend as the Panthers and Hilltoppers both added regional plaques to their collection. It was pretty one-sided over in West Salem. The same cannot be said, though, in Onalaska. Hilltoppers needing every second of this one against DeForest. It would go to overtime, but Onalaska's Anna Skemp puts her squad back on top. Hilltoppers hold on in OT as they advance to the sectional round of the postseason in dramatic fashion. And head coach Tom Cowley credits his girls' composure down the stretch to help them secure the win. But now the Hilltoppers will need that same type of composure this week against a familiar foe as Onalaska prepares for battle against rival West Salem in the sectional semifinals. To say these girls are looking forward to it is an understatement, and they tell me they'll be more than ready to go come Thursday night.
I'm super excited for the environment. We all we know each other on the other teams, and we're just we know it's just going to be that much more exciting and that much more motivating. We want to beat them because we know them, and we we lost earlier in the year, so I feel like it's good. We can go back and watch that film, and we already have a sense of what they are when we play them, so I feel like it's definitely an advantage there.
Just being able to know them from personal standpoints, I guess. We know what we're going into from what their strengths and weaknesses are from playing them earlier in the season, so that helps definitely being able to prepare.
We've grown up playing with each other, so we kind of
know each other a little bit better, so it's nice that we can get together and meet at a neutral spot, and that we'll have more fans, hopefully.
Heard the girl, pack that gym. Panthers and Hilltoppers clash this Thursday in the sectional semifinals. The game has officially been moved to Central High School, so be there if you can. That's just one of the games on Thursday we're looking forward to. A jam-packed schedule on the way in just 3 short days. In Division 5, CFC and Royal have been on a collision course all season. Pirates and Panthers go head-to-head. That one at Logan High School. Aquinas surviving on Saturday. Blue Goals will take on Elk Mound in Arcadia. Plus, Wazeeka Steuben will look to keep its season alive as the Hornets take on Argyle Pecatonica in Richland Center. On the diamond, Twins making a move today. Minnesota acquiring outfielder Manuel Margot from the Dodgers. 8-year veteran was traded to Los Angeles back in December. Didn't play a game for them, but before that trade, he spent the last 4 seasons of his career in Tampa Bay. 29-year-old hit .264 with just 4 homers in 99 games for the Rays last season. I can't wait for the games this week.
Yeah.
It's going to be great. We got boys tomorrow, but that Thursday night schedule, a lot of rivals going head-to-head too. So it's cool when that happens during the regular season, but when it happens in the postseason, it's
another
just
level of intensity.
It's going to be great.
Thanks, Rob.
Yep.
Okay, we'll be right back after this.
It's time to vote for Best of La Crosse County. Pick your favorites in each category now through all of February. We'll announce all of the winners on April 1st. Go to bestlacrossecounty.com.
Presented by River Valley Remodelers.
Hi, Bob Pucci and Rocco for the Onalaska Gun Show this weekend at the Onalaska Omni Center off Highway 35. Admission is $8, 14 under are free. Show hours are Friday from 3 p.m. to 8, Saturday 9 to 5, and Sunday from 9 to 3.
What I love about T-Mobile is that just about anywhere you go, you're going to have coverage.
Where I live is a rural area. The coverage has been awesome.
Reliable coverage is super important for me, for my business.
And after investing billions to light up our network from big cities to small towns, T-Mobile is America's largest and fastest 5G network. See for yourself. Try T-Mobile's network free for 3 months. Your phone, our network, no strings.
If you've had a classic Reuben before, then Arby's Reuben will taste quite familiar. But if you haven't, man, oh man, are you in for a wild ride. Arby's, we have the meats.
It's time to vote for Best of La Crosse County. Pick your favorites in each category now through all of February. We'll announce all of the winners on April 1st. Go to bestlacrossecounty.com.
Presented by River Valley Remodelers.
All right, tomorrow, most of the day should be fine. It'll be towards tomorrow evening that we have the front coming through. So once again, it's not the amount of snow that'll be coming, it's the temperatures that'll significantly be dropping at that time. So we could have some flash freeze on area roads, along with very strong west winds and northwest winds. It'll be a cold Wednesday morning. We're looking at 20 single-digit wind chills, potentially colder. But if you don't like it, just wait.
Okay.
It's coming back to the 50s, 60s, and even 70s.
Keep your heads up. All right.
Thanks for joining us at 6.
We'll see you at 10.